If when you hear TikTok, you think of cringy dances or embarrassing challenges, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. TikTok has so many different communities, and today I'll show you how you can use TikTok as a sampling tool. So yeah, let's jump into it. So for the first beat, I literally just typed guitar samples and I saw this one. Now don't even lie, if you saw this on Splice, you'd be getting it immediately. So yeah. And yeah, shout out to Chameleon. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And yeah, let's make a beat out of it. So first things first, we have the guitar sample here. I've pitched it down. Then I've added some OTT for some compression, some Valhalla vintage verb with these settings, some fresh air just to make it pop a bit, and then just an Ozone 9 imager just to make it a bit wider. Here's how it sounds now. Let's add some drums to this. So let's lay down a kick. I just want a snare, so I got this one. And then I just layered the snare with another one. I wanted a lot of hi-hat grooves, so I started with just a reverse kind of shaker one. I added another hi-hat, sounded like this. A hi-hat roll here. And then I just added a straight 8th note hi-hat. It's just alternating velocities. I laid down the 808. And then finally, as like a little ear candy element, I added this reverse sound from Arcade. It's from the Shoutout. Just to make the beat a bit more interesting, I lay down some chords. Also added a layer of those chords, again from Shoutout. But I didn't want them to play throughout the whole thing, so I sidechained them to a gate, and the gate was responding to the kick, so this is how they're gonna sound like now. I added this lead, that's a mellotron flute here, and everything's gonna sound like this. The end result is in my beat store right now, so make sure you go check it out. So another way to find samples on TikTok is just letting the algorithm get to know you. In the beginning, you're gonna have to look for samples, and then as soon as the algorithm figures you out, it's gonna know you better than your parents. So trust me, this one came to me absolutely organically. So I just took that part, I found the BPM, I stretched it to 8 bars, and then I pitched it up 300 semitones, and then I increased the BPM to 160. This way, it's still 8 bars, but it's playing at a higher BPM. I've applied halftime, first things first. I've also done some EQ to cut out the lows, RC20 just to make it sound like finally. Then we have Valhalla delay with these settings, then we have Valhalla vintage verb with these settings, and then we have OTT. So right now, the guitar is gonna sound something like this. Now it's time for some drums. First things first, snare. Then we add a hi-hat. After that, we're gonna add a kick. This pack, Gorilla Breaks, and then also this preset from Analog Banks. And then we add the open hi-hat. And then I've added the 808. Cool. Then I have this bell preset from Omnisphere, Age Nouveau Bells. I've added Valhalla Delay, Valhalla Vintage Verb, and Pro Q. So without any effects, it's gonna sound like this. It sounds overwhelming. So what I've done is I've added a gate, and then that gate I've sidechained to the drum bus. So anytime any of the drums hit, it's only letting the sound then. So this is with the gate. I've done a tutorial on how to sidechain gate, so make sure you go check that out. And then here for the part B, I've done the same thing, sidechain gate the guitar, but this time I've sidechain gated it to the snare, not the drum bus. So it sounds something like this. Now that's a vibe. Full result, once again, on my beat store right now. So this time my thought process was I'm gonna look for something vintage samples or whatever, and I found this. That's such a good sample. So first things first, we find the BPM. After I found the BPM, stretched it to 8 bars, and then just pitched it down 3 semitones. There's 3 sections that I've sampled from the song. So the intro bit goes like this. And then we go into the main sample. I've kind of used the dynamic EQ, so only to push those frequencies down when they're getting out of hand. And then RC20 just to kind of make it more of a vinyl vibe. I wanted some actual acoustic drums in the background, so I got this. I just added a percussion loop, and this is from a Kenny Beats kit. Just added a hi-hat, very simple pattern. Kick pattern. And then finally, the 808. To make it kind of more dynamic, I've added a second snare here. It just adds a bit of a different groove every 8 bars. Just to make it a bit more interesting, I've added another section here from the same song. And then finally, there's kind of a break part to give the beat a bit of room to breathe and then build it back up. I didn't want to lose the groove of the drums completely, so I exported the drums and then I low passed the drums. end result is in my beat store. Go check it out. And that concludes this video. If after this video you're still not convinced that TikTok is a great sampling tool, then I'll keep trying to convince you with the next one, because this is probably going to be a series. But until then, check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!